In this video, we're going to show you how to remove the position sensor from your front load washer. So we're just going to take the access panel off. It's held with 4 Phillips screws. So to remove the rotor, we're just going to take our 17mm socket on an impact, put it in reverse, and unthread it. With that bolt removed, we just need to pull our rotor off the shaft of the drum. And you do that just by giving it a wiggle and pulling at the same time. It seems a little difficult only because your rotor is basically a series of magnets, and those magnets are still trying to hang into place. So you're working against their magnetic force. Set your rotor to one side. So now we're going to remove our stator. To do that, we have 6 10mm bolts. We're just going to remove. Now with all our bolts removed, we're able to wiggle that stator off its mount. And you'll notice that there are some wires attached. So to remove our harness, I'm just going to squeeze that tab, pressing down and pulling out. And it'll remove that connector. So now we're just going to squeeze the 2 tabs on the sides together and wiggle our harness off. And there, our stator is removed. On this particular machine, the positioning sensor is actually part of the stator itself. It has to be bought as a complete assembly. On other manufacturers of machines, this positioning sensor may be removable from the stator and obtained as a separate part. On other brands, it's actually mounted to the tub somewhere in around this area or this area. And it has its own bolt that holds it, so it allows you to take it off and change it. So to test our positioning sensor, there's only a couple of tests you can do without going through the machine's diagnostics. Basically, you just need a multimeter. You need to be able to set it on about 20,000 ohms. Positioning sensor, your test, you should be reading somewhere around 10,000 ohms. So you will need a schematic to know which ones to choose, but typically it's one on one end and one on the other. And in this case, we're reading 9.57, very close to our 10, so that is good. And the other one we test is right beside it, and it's giving us our 10. So that positioning sensor is testing fine. And again, this positioning sensor on this one is mounted directly to the stator. On other machines, it's actually mounted on the back of the tub itself, but the test would be the same. If you didn't, on either one of those 2 tests, if you didn't have your 10,000 ohms, you would have to replace the positioning sensor. And this one, if it failed, you'd be replacing the entire stator.